Hey guys and gals, Never here from Drakewing Gaming, and some of you on Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you with a Let's Play episode of Repeat, and this time... Oh, lordy. God, this hits so much harder now that I know the significance of everything. But hey, we have a chance for a new run, y'all. And we're going to be going with Owen, whose route is much more further developed than Philip. Philip's needs to do a lot more work on Philip's route before we jump into that. Anyway, let's start a new game, y'all. I am very interested in seeing how Owen's route, text is large, how Owen's route goes. Anyway, the air was still at this time of night. The city was silent, and most people slumbered away, unmoving. Sleep did not come for me. I waited till everyone passed out and snuck outside. I didn't have a particular place in mind. I just followed the strange aching in my chest as though pulled along by an invisible thread. Eventually, it led me to an eerily familiar sight. St. Florence Hospital. The dark building towered above me like a forgotten monument as I crossed the empty parking lot towards its doors. Have I been here before? I couldn't quite recall. A small movement in the corner of my eye caught my attention. The familiar shape of the remnant's head crawled along the cold pavement of the parking lot. It no longer mumbled or gurgled quietly, but mouthed silent words to itself in a strange, silent prayer. I don't remember this being in the game. In the beginning? I couldn't make out anything it was saying. Hello again. I guess I can never fully get rid of you, can I? The remnant did not answer and continued murmuring silently to itself. I sighed and plucked it off the cold ground and tucked it under my arm. Come here, you. If you're gonna stick around, I might as well keep you where I can see you. I continued following the strange tug in my chest and entered the hospital. My wandering eventually led me to a familiar room on the third floor. A patient's room. It seemed unoccupied and empty, but even from down the hallway I could see a pale blue glow within it, reflected across the tiled floor. I sucked in a deep breath, steeling myself before taking a step forward. There you are. I've been wondering where you've gone. No response. Yo! Inside the room was Echo's broken, headless form. Blue crystal glowed inside his cracked and raw wounds, his tendril wings twisting lazily behind him in the twin threads of light. He remained silent, but something in the light seemed to acknowledge my presence. I bit my lip and swallowed down the wave of guilt rising from my throat. Hey, I'm sorry to keep asking so much from you, but I need a favor. I've managed to make things better this time around. A real happy ending. But not for everyone. There's something I'm missing, isn't there? Someone. Everyone here will be fine without me. They'll go on to live happy lives. Even if I'm not there. But me? There's still others who need me, to fix things, to make things better. Can you help me? The pale blue light flickered weakly in reply. Thank you. Oh! I stared into the shattered light where the clockwork realm's rhythmic ticking gears stared back. I gulped and glanced behind me, my heart squeezing painfully in my chest. Sissel, I'll miss you. You've grown so much and it's been a privilege walking that road with you, but you don't need me to walk with you anymore. You're gonna be okay. I let out a soft, broken laugh. And I'll do my best to be okay too. Thank you for being in my life. I love you. With that, I took a step forward to repeat it all anew. Okay, that is a brilliant way of starting a new game. Now that we know how the mechanics of this universe work. What do you think you're doing? You found your happy ending. Fought for it, tooth and nail. You made a lot of people happy and you deserve to be happy too. Why did you throw it all away? Oh, Jenny, that's right. Why did you throw it all away? For me? Don't be stupid. I was lost a long time ago. Not everyone can be saved. If you keep repeating these tragedies again and again, you'll spread yourself too thin and be lost to time. I was already overjoyed to see everyone alive and happy. Please, I'm begging you. Turn back. No? I suppose it'd be hypocritical for me to stop you. Not that I could, even if I wanted to. That stubborn skull of yours is an ever unchanging trait. Very well. I suppose I'll see you again soon. Before we go, I'd like to tell you something. I've said this many times before, but I want to tell you again. I'm sorry I couldn't save you the first time around. Perhaps if I did, you wouldn't be stuck here with me. Day 1. Begin again. Back again. The city noise echoed around me as I awoke from my daze, blinking as a familiar sight of Durrani Academy's campus stared back at me. I've been here before? Alright, guys and gals, and we are back. Let's jump back into it, shall we? I shook my head furiously as a light headache threatened to crawl through my skull. Bits and pieces of memories, like from a forgotten dream, flickered through my mind, but whenever I tried to grab hold, they slipped through my fingers. I was supposed to be doing something important, wasn't I? Somebody needed my help. I let out a sharp breath. No use trying to remember something you've forgotten. Let's just focus on the current moment. Like attending the first day of my summer program at this fancy school for gifted students without making a fool of myself. The idea felt doomed to failure since I couldn't be described as gifted even on my most generous day. But it came with free room and board, so what was the harm? As I approached the front doors of Gerania, the air suddenly turned frigid. I halted. The sensation should have been terrifying, but for some reason it felt rather comforting and almost nostalgic. Hello? Not that way. On instinct, I reached out to grab the faint figure, but my fingers slipped right through him like mist. The ghostly figure tilted his head at me in surprise. I'm sorry. I don't know why, but I feel like I owe you an apology. The figure smiled slightly and shook his head. You don't owe me anything. You don't hold on to memories from the other time so tightly, idiot. You'll spread yourself too thin. Huh? What do you mean? We can talk later. Don't you have an orientation to miss? He was gone. I blinked, the headache from before coming back with a vengeance. Ugh. If I keep this up, I feel like my brain might knock itself out from the strain. Come on, focus. I just gotta make it through the day without any distractions. Wait, what? Oh, fuck, the door's locked! I rattled the door handle for several moments, but it wouldn't budge. What was I going to do? The teachers were going to rip me a new one if I showed up late on the first day. I pressed my face against the glass pane of the door and yelled for someone's attention, but no one was there to hear me. Ugh, this day couldn't get any worse. Well, shit. I'm getting soaked. I tried banging on the glass again. Hello? Is anybody there? Open the door. Hey there, is everything all right? Huh? Adrian? Suddenly a shadow passed over my head and the rain stopped pelting me. A familiar boy came up behind me, gripping an umbrella with a surprised look on his face. He looked around my age. Another student, maybe? Huh. Have we met before? The boy blinked, a look of confusion flickering across his face. I don't think so. Your name kind of just popped in my head when I saw you. You do kind of look like an Adrian. The boy smiled politely and held his umbrella over both of us to shelter from the rain. I'm Philip, by the way. Are you another student at Gerania? It's nice to meet you. Likewise. Are you locked out of the school, too? Yeah, the side entrance is busted for some reason. I wouldn't be surprised if half the school were late for orientation at this rate. Is there any way we can get out of this rain? I don't want to spend my first day with wet socks if I can help it. Well, I haven't tried the back entrance yet. You want to go together? There's plenty of room under my umbrella. Sounds better than getting soaked alone. I'm kind of glad someone else is stuck in this miserable weather with me. It's better than being miserable alone, at least. Wow, thanks. Would you rather I leave you here? Well, great. Let's get going. As we made our way around the building, I stuck close under Philip's umbrella. I was glad for his good timing. The idea of trotting around campus on my first day soaked to the bone was not pleasant. Awkward silence hung between us as we walked closely around the building. Philip fumbled with his umbrella, glancing at me periodically. By the way, Adrian, what subject are you studying here? What do you mean? You mean you forgot? Did you do all that paperwork while half asleep or something? Well... Hey, no worries. You're not the only one. I pulled an all-nighter myself and finished it last minute. It sounded like he was only bringing this up because he couldn't think of anything else to talk about. It's a bit weird that we can only choose one subject to study here. Maybe they go really in-depth. It'd suck if you got into a subject you didn't really care about, though. Oh, I remember something like this. I think I signed up for photography or something. Wow, I really did finish that paperwork half asleep. Way to go, Adrian. Procrastination hero for future generations. Photography, huh? That's a pretty interesting choice. I scratched my head awkwardly. I'm pretty sure I only chose it because it sounded like an easy course. Hey, there's no shame in being lazy. You don't have to say it quite like that. Though I'm happy to admit I'm a proud couch potato. It's all about finding a good balance, really. I've adopted sleep is for the weak and coffee is my lifeline strategy myself. That doesn't sound very healthy. Yeah, you're probably right. But work helps keep my mind busy and away from the bad thoughts, you know? And what better way to deal with stress than keeping yourself busy? Working your ass off doesn't really sound like a long-term solution. Won't you just burn yourself out and get more stressed? People have limits, you know. I don't know. Sometimes when I stop, my mind starts to drift, and I have a hard time stewing in my own thoughts, to put it lightly. What do you do to keep yourself running? I kinda just eat snacks when I'm stressed, like a lot of snacks. Chocolate is a real wonder food. Sugar is bad for you. Are you telling me you don't like chocolate? Once in a blue moon, if I'm desperate. A little dark chocolate at most, particularly the non-sweetened bitter variety. I feel like this is a deep look into your psyche. A chocolate preference is not a valid psychiatric evaluation method. Alright, I'm actually going to pause it right there. It's late. I'm tired. I'm going to go relax. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. I love you all, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!